All right, without further ado, let's get into our 5th game of the day. This is Twisted Meadows. This is LawLiet. And so we are going to get a chance to watch, once again, kind of an art form be painted in front of us.
Yeah, I guess the thing that we're looking for at the beginning here is we've been seeing, we saw Demon Hunter as your first hero when it was the mirror matchup with Night Elf versus Night Elf, and with Night Elf versus Undead, we saw Moon go still with the Keeper first. So is that, that's kind of the, question is, I think he's probably going to stick with the Keeper, it seems like, but it was interesting that we saw the Demon Hunter come out first.
Right. Now, a couple of things here. For SwordPuppy, he actually just played Vic, I want to say, in the previous round, and I think he race changed to Orc for that one. It was just kind of a spur-of-the-moment, spontaneous thing, but it got him a win, so that's very, very impressive. But now he's back on kind of what we would consider his main, Undead, and he is going for, both players are really going for the traditional heroes that you would expect to see. Keeper of the Grove for LawLiet, and SwordPuppy heading towards that Death Knight.
Yep, so nothing too crazy going on here in the beginning stages of this game. Of course, the Acolyte is out there to do some scouting, and he's just going to drift on over there. Does he have feet?
I mean, technically, yes, but, I mean, do they need them? No. And especially when he becomes a Shade after you ritually sacrifice him, no, you definitely do not need feet then.
Okay.
Feet are highly overrated.
He moves too smoothly.
No feet on the Wisp either?
Well, yes.
How many creatures don't have feet here? Probably most of them do. I'm just going to go with most of them do, and then we'll point out the exceptions. That sounds a little bit better.
Well, some things are not actually like people, they're vehicles. So they don't
that's
have
right.
feet.
Do they technically count as feet? I don't know. Well, anyway, we're getting our creep on here, and this is actually a little bit, I don't want to say risky, with LawLiet creeping the shop first, and yeah, here's the scout coming through from that Acolyte. Going for a little bit of a steely steal. Probably not. I didn't actually see who got that, but in the end, the DK is the only thing to really worry about here. Going for the Death Coil for the steal.
Got it.
SwordPuppy. Okay, I guess that's one way to do it. Gets in, gets out. That's the undead version of a Blade Master, where you just run in, creep jack, run away. And one thing that the Australian and New Zealand players were talking about is what it's like to play on 0 latency, because they do normally play on very high latency. So this time around, they've been practicing things like those fast reflexes you have to have for coils, and you see it paying off.
Yeah, paid off. Looks good. Wanted to get that Acolyte in response there. Not sure if he ended up killing it or not. The Acolyte was one hit away from death, but that's still, the steal is much more important there to get that experience going.
Already tier 2 on the way with more with more fiends in production, or ghouls in production, my bad. So you're either really, really, really going to want a lot of lumber, or potentially at some point in the future, Frenzy will happen, and we'll be seeing a whole lot of ghouls do a whole lot of damage. What's next? Graveyard. Okay, so this is just a completely normal tech path. Pay no attention to the patch notes. We're playing like they don't exist.
Yeah, we'll see. This Xi'an here, gonna go down inside the base there, but mostly just there for some scouting, get some information to make sure he's not doing anything super crazy. And
yeah, well, I mean, let's talk about the super crazy things that he could be doing. We could be seeing a non-meta hero be picked. Lots of shop heroes got a little bit of a rework, and I think the biggest thing to watch out for is something out of the ordinary, because you have to think, if you're a newer player from a region like Australia or like New Zealand, you really do have to try something special here, because if you play standard against one of the best players in the world, you're not going to have a good time.
Well, and you're the one that had to travel all the way here, and that does affect you a little bit. Like, it affects your body having to do, I think they said it was like a 14-hour flight for them to get here from Australia. And that's, there's going to be jet lag involved. There's going to be things that affect your body and your mind because of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think either 8 or 10 or something like that, the hours of travel for SwordPuppy. He's come a long way to represent his country here today, and let's see how well he's able to do it. Able to hold his own, but the problem is, once you start being interacted with, once your opponent feels comfortable enough running across the map and starting to mess with you. And I think that's what we're about to see here with the Keeper of the Grove going in to stop this creep.
Yep. He's got to Troll Berserker there. It's a neutral unit.
Oh!
Uh-oh, here we go.
Did he deny that? I wasn't focusing that, but the Death Coil does not hit in time, and that's a level 3 keeper.
Close.
Very surprising. But the trance will allow him a way to escape. You can never really trap the keeper in the trees. That's just not going to work.
Oh, he's blocked in there pretty good, though.
No way!
He's got the ghouls and the skeletons. They just go down in time.
How many wisps did he just detonate there?
I think it was 3.
I mean, that's a lot. Those could be getting him lumber or anything more valuable. Gloves of Haste awaiting, but oh, it is a Panda second. Okay. This actually makes a lot of sense. We saw it in the last game from Moon, and I want to say that we're going to keep seeing it over and over again. Panda, the new buffs making him very, very strong.
Yeah, especially because the undead end up with a lot of those squishy units that are kind of all over the place. So that new buff to the Fire Breath, really a good way to help deal with that situation that you're put in with the undead.
Yeah, Panda AoE just getting so much love lately. Slaughterhouse coming through. Meat wagons in our future. Probably not, but one can dream.
We can always hope.
That's very true. Now that we do have our Tier 2 tech on the way here for SwordPuppy, he needs to look to put some pressure on to buy time for everything to really kick in. And how do you do that against a player like LawLiet? He's just so on top of everything. But he might be playing a little bit greedily, still Ancient of War camping, and of course with very few units, compared to all the ghouls that SwordPuppy's using.
Yeah, it's, he almost caught LawLiet's keeper there. It was so close. So, I like what SwordPuppy's doing here, being really aggressive, trying to deny creeps to LawLiet to try to get an advantage that way because, you're up against a more skilled player, so trying to put him on the back foot. Oh, there's Claws of Attack +9, by the way.
Yes, +9. Many pluses there. And honestly, that's one of the best items that you could get here. He's going to pick up the Tome as well, and even the Ancient of War is going to get away. So, I mean, is there anything this keeper can't do? Patch notes, please. I thought you said we were going Demon Hunters now. No. But hey, Expo coming up, and this is something that a lot of the players were discussing in between the breaks. They said, look, if you're going up against Moon, if you're going up against LawLiet, you have to just get your Expo up and pray because you can't be playing from an economic deficit. It's too punishing.
Right. Yep, so you're getting that second base up quickly here for SwordPuppy. Still roaming around the map with his Death Knight, looking to see if maybe he can steal some more creeps or catch that troll. Woo.
Yep, guarantee you're going to get this. So, wow, he shoved up against this tree. I thought he would really kill. Yeah, okay, there it is. The last hit coming through from the skeleton. And these skeleton warriors are actually just doing so much damage. Not even damage like physical damage, but just body blocking to force so many of these archers down. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Really, really good control there. Oh, no way! Almost. He was going to get that surround. He's still actually trying to go for it, and especially with the poison, the slow from the Toxic, the Dryads, this is maybe going to net him another kill. I'm not sure why he would turn around specifically there, but yeah, it's not a good day to be undead.
He looks like he's okay for now. He was able to get those skeletons down the block for him so that the Dryads couldn't keep up with that poison as well.
Oh yeah, no, it's very, very hard to undo poison damage. You just got to have so much. What was he making out of that slaughterhouse? Was that really a meat wagon?
I didn't catch it.
Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Those things are definitely a big way to turn the tide of the game in an unexpected way. Let's put it that way.
Hey, I'm down. Let's do it. All right, looks like he's going to push in with some of these Dryads here and some Tree Ants, trying to deny that Ziggurat there. And it does, in fact, get denied. So now he's coming out, and the Tree Ant's just going to go in there and try to kill an Acolyte kill. The Lich is coming down here as well, doing some decent damage to that Keeper.
Okay, well, we do have our first Obsidian statue out. It's going to be healing everything up. And this is actually a pretty powerful army. The only problem is, look at that. It's so hard to deal with the Flame Breath. And, I mean, Panda is just really putting out so much damage. It's really an underrated hero we're only starting to see come back. And with level after level coming his way, level 3 now. Oh, my goodness. How do you stand up so much fire?
All right.
You don't. You burn.
You burn. That's what you do now. All right. Well, he's able to successfully defend that there, and now it's time to move back over to the main possibly here, breaking in here.
Yep.
with the Keeper and the Panda and some
Going
Dryads.
deep, forcing a full Acolyte pull. So no gold income at all coming from this base. And, oh man, going to actually target down the Haunted Gold Mine here. Acolytes will come back for the repair, but really just buying time here to try to see if SwordPuppy can find some way to force LawLiet out of his base. Doesn't look like it's going to be easy.
All right, the Acolytes are here to try and heal, but they're getting taken down here by the Dryads, and that is one damaged Haunted Gold Mine. It is going down pretty quickly now.
Oh man, the repair is so huge, but the Acolytes are being picked off. It's a huge moment because you can't keep repairing if you don't have any workers left. There are a couple of Acolytes still on that heal duty, but the damage, the DPS is so high. Doesn't look like it's enough. Just barely surviving. A great defense there by SwordPuppy.
Woo, that was close. A couple more Obsidian statues there. Keep everything healed up. Keep your mana going as well.
Yep. I mean, it's basically everything he needs at this point. Ancient of Lore coming through for more and more Dryads. And I think we're starting to see this be the new kind of just go-to meta. Just start with your normal heroes, Keeper, and especially against specifically Undead. It does seem like you do want to go for Dryads more often than not.
And it also makes it hard for the Undead player to go into Frostworms later on.
Yeah, because you already know that, well, to be honest, Frostworms still do pretty well, even though they are flying.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, yeah, they're just not going to stand up to most late-game units. They are one of the strongest of the Tier 2s, but they do need a little bit of extra help later on in the game.
Right. And also because of the fact that they do magic damage, right, and the Dryads are immune to that. That's like a real problem. But yeah, in terms of like DPS, I think they're like second. But if you include the AoE that they do, it's like almost...
Wait, is that a third? Oh my goodness. He's really going mass expansions. All right, well, I guess if he's not going to like bring the fight to SwordPuppy, just build a base everywhere.
Well, his economy took a pretty big hit there. He lost a lot of mining time and some Acolytes, so he's trying to get some things going here again.
I was talking about LawLiet. He's expoing for the third time here. It's
I thought that's what SwordPuppy was trying to do there too.
Well, I mean, SwordPuppy does have that that one expansion that he did get up earlier.
Right.
But you're definitely going to need to think about thirds here pretty soon. Or just go up to a giant army and smash the dude. Not likely from this point in the game. Ancient of War pretty low, below half HP. So you have to watch out that does not die. Don't want to give away all that experience.
Yep.
Targeting down the last couple of trolls there at that creep. And oh man, this is going to be huge. What is going to drop? I'm waiting. I didn't quite see it. It's a Tome of XP, or a Tome of Agility, not something that you really care about.
Yeah, Tome of XP, they got rid of that for this patch, so no more of those.
Why? I loved experience. I need more of that, honestly. If I could get a drop for one of those in real life, I'd definitely pick that.
I'd be all over that. Give me experience in dancing or something. I'm a really bad dancer. Like, I could get instantly better at something than I'm bad at.
I could use it for any one of a number of things. So many options, so little time. Well, anyway, I kind of the same idea for Warcraft 3, I guess, in that respect, too. Creeping going on. Greater Mana Potion coming in there for basically infinite coils coming out of our Death Knight friend. And yes, there they are. The Meatus Wagonus. If you're looking for its genus species names, on the way.
Yep, and a Necromancer following that up as well. So we're going to start seeing some more skeletons popping out of the ground. So, but we'll see how this plays out with the Panda buff, with that AoE fire. Will that make a really big difference in the coming battle? I'm curious to see.
Creeping, pretty difficult camp up here at the northwestern mine, or northeastern mine rather. Sorry, I don't know my directions. It should be basically as easy as it was to creep it on the other side. The only issue was that, teleporting all of your units over there, a little bit of a expensive opportunity. But we're starting to see the next phase of tech switch. And for LawLiet, it is going to be Bierce.
Druid of the Claw. Oh, that Death Coil almost gets it. It's so weak.
Oh, one more hit. Oh, getting it. That's actually amazing. Or did the Druid get the last hit? Either way, there's not going to be anything to save this next Druid of the Claw. Ooh. He's in bear form, so pretty slow.
Good blocking so far, but now it does get through.
Yeah, okay, no question about that. The Lion Horn of Stormwind. Haven't seen that drop basically forever. I don't think that we've had it yet, at least on stage, not even in the first couple of games. So I'm glad that we are really stretching the gambit of possible drops here.
Well, this has been a longer game than a lot of them that we've seen here today. So SwordPuppy's playing very well. That early harass he did to steal some units and keep things kind of, keep LawLiet on the back foot here, kind of paying off for him so far. All right, some creeping by both players here.
This has been actually remarkably passive. I actually just think LawLiet knows that he's got a base up, so he can just chill and basically do whatever he wants. I'm not sure why I keep getting my hopes up for meat wagons, and then they never come out.
Well, there's one.
Yeah, finally. I was going to say, like, finally after, I think I saw an Obsidian Destroyer, and I was just like, wait a second, or Obsidian Statue, and I was just like, I want more of those. Give me more, or I want meat wagons. And wishful thinking finally pays off. Is that a shredder? Oh my. So goblin shredders eat trees, and they give you lots of lumber. But more than that, you know, they protect, they attack, and boy, do they ever attack. What is it, like 40 or something? It's just gigantic. Just do not mess with shredders. They shred. They shred most viciously.
As the name implies, definitely. All right. So these tree ants going to go down here pretty quickly. Another set of tree ants being spawned up in the top right base. And here you can see the Chimera Roost.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Anytime you give LawLiet enough time to hit as much late game as he needs, he's going straight to chims. And so he is going to either spring this surprisingly and win the game, or unsurprisingly and maybe even win the game too.
We'll see how it goes. The Demon Hunter is out here, and he is a level 2 Demon Hunter. And you can see the Skeleton Mage that get spawned by those Necromancers, and this is some damage being done here to this Ziggurat. The Acolytes are not in time to heal it. This is one Ziggurat down, a couple Acolytes going down here as well. So this base in trouble of being taken down, and the army of SwordPuppy is way in the south, so he might try to just go for a trade here.
Absolutely. I mean, this is basically the best opportunity you can get. Catch your opponent out of position. He's going for a base trade, but when you're a base down, these base trades are never going to be even. And behold, the Pit Lord once again, really strong autos, and it's just going to help you chew through these buildings. The only problem is your opponent just has more of them than you do. So the chims, the more of them that come out, once you hit 6, you just click across the map and everything in your way dies.
Oh boy, yeah, and that's a lot of them being built here. And okay, there's the recall to come protect his base here. This should be an interesting battle, fighting this off, but that Demon Hunter is taking a lot of damage. Oh, just in time heals him.
Yeah, that is very, very crucial. I mean, this Pit Lord is so strong, but doesn't hold a candle. Look at these Chimeras.
Just melting the Obsidian Tower.
Just wait and watch. They're almost,
oh my god.
They're almost just one-shotting those statues. Well, we're going to see a little bit more of that. I'm sorry, was there a meat wagon there? No! Took that meat and threw it on the ground.
He didn't want it anymore.
He's not a part of your system. No, he is... this is the perfect reveal. This is more than you could ever ask for. The Pit Lord dies. Soon it's going to be a dead Lich and a dead DK after that. These Chimeras just really putting the exclamation mark, the period, on the end of a very declarative sentence. That's it. GG. Well played from SwordPuppy. LawLiet takes game number 5.
Yeah, it turns out those Chimeras are pretty good units.
Indeed they are. If you are, say, left alone to get 3 bases and do whatever you want the whole game, sure. Build Triple Roost.